It really pisses me off when people say that Peeta was being whiny or petty after Katniss sort of rejected him at the end of the Hunger Games. I will not stand for this slander. It is literally just incorrect. Peeta is a mature, empathetic king through the situation, and I will show you. This is based off the books, mainly Catching Fire. First of all, neither Katniss nor Peeta are at fault for the mixed signals and heartbreak in this whole situation. No one is trying to hurt anyone. When Peeta finds out it was all, well, almost maybe sort of, all for the games, he feels hurt about it, but he doesn't argue. He walks away to deal with his feelings in private overnight. The next morning, after he's processed all his shock, he returns to Katniss's side for the cameras in District 12 to carry on as he was before he knew that it was like not a super reciprocal situation, even though like it is, but it's not. There's layers. So he's acting lovey-dovey for the cameras, and it's not just for like them like getting off the train and saying hi to District 12. This goes on for several weeks because there are different banquets and ceremonies and holidays and camera crews there documenting all this stuff of Katniss and Peeta after they win the games. And after the cameras leave, things are very awkward between Katniss and Peeta, and they mostly avoid each other. Mind you, they're both 16 years old. They both have a lot of trauma to process from their games. It's a big adjustment time. And still, Peeta is baking bread for Katniss's family and like bringing it over every day. Very kind and nice of him. He does it for Haymitch too. He's taking care of the people he cares about. Initially, I think that Peeta felt foolish, thinking to himself like, duh, of course she was just trying to keep me alive and didn't actually like me. Them staying alive was good for both of them in the game, and he's obviously very grateful to be alive. He's just kind of shocked and probably embarrassed and confused and stays out of her way. Until the victory tour, when they need to team up again for the cameras. And right off the bat, once they're on the train together, Peeta goes out of his way to apologize to Katniss. He says he's sorry for the way he acted the last time they were on the train, you know, going home to District 12. He says, it wasn't fair to hold you to anything that happened in the games. I'm sorry. He knew she had something with Gale and admits he was jealous of Gale before he even met Katniss properly. Props to him for admitting that, by the way. Peeta did freeze her out after she admitted her love thing was somewhat of an act. Freezing her out is like the worst thing he did in this situation, which I don't think is very bad, and it's not like Katniss was trying to reach out to him. They were both steering clear of each other. Katniss thinks to herself how she played the romance as hard as she could, and at times she didn't know how she really felt about Peeta either, and she still doesn't know how she feels. And of course she keeps these thoughts to herself instead of, you know, helpfully talking it out with Peeta, but she apologizes back to him, though she's not really sure what for, maybe because there's a real chance that she's about to destroy him, as in like the way Snow threatened her and everything. And Peeta, our empathetic king, said she had nothing to be sorry for, she was just keeping them both alive. And he doesn't want them to keep ignoring each other anytime there's not a camera around. His big line is, so if I stop being so, you know, wounded, we could take a shot at being friends. Wounded, not angry. He was sad. And then he immediately goes into friend mode. He notices Katniss has been acting weird. He asks her, you know, what's going on. And when she doesn't, you know, quickly respond, he just drops it and then goes into some easy small talk instead. Never pushing her to talk about anything she doesn't want to. And that's when they tell each other their favorite colors. It's very nice. And then Peeta offers his hand to her and they get up and hold hands and walk into the train together. Katniss says, it's good to feel his fingers intertwined with mine again, not for show, but an actual friendship. So Peeta only asked for clarification on Katniss's feelings for him one time, and that was when she was first breaking the news to him about doing things for the games and not because she loved him. And then he never asks her again after that. He knows things are very complicated, and it seems as though he truly accepts she will never probably feel romantically the same way he does for her, and he's willing to be there for her in whatever way she needs him or wants him to be. He cares about her as a full, entire person. After they agree to be friends, pretty soon they are going to bed together every night. He holds her while she sleeps because she has nightmares. She feels very comforted by him. And all these nights where he's holding her, she's never feeling any weirdness or pressure from him romantically or sexually at all. And he is a 16-year-old boy, guys. Gale could never. You know he would be trying to hook up with her every night. I'm sorry. Peeta understands that he can give her comfort and a feeling of safety, and he gets that from her too. Peeta is amazing. He is not petty. He is not whiny. Period.